We got that boy Academic speaking on Durk, man. You feel me? It's an update on this case. I'm hearing that shit got moved back. You feel me? To 2025, late 2025. Crazy, man. Talking about update on this case, trial update. He got moved back late 2025. You know, with Durk case, boy, it ain't no good news anyways. Talking about how much stuff they already got on him, boy. They talking about 2 murder for hires. It's over with, bro. There you go.
It's one. And all the bullshit that been going on there. I want to go through that kind of methodically. But before I do, I want to play you a Lil Durk update real quick. And I just got to go. My mom is asking me to come upstairs for a second.
A Grammy Award-winning rapper.
By the way, to summarize this update they're going to give you is discovery starting to be made available. So 2 things happened in the Durk case. They pushed back the Durk case. Before, it was tentatively scheduled for January. So his trial should have been started this month, which, come on, no one's going to be prepared for that. So they pushed it back to later this year. And what's happening now in the status hearings is that
I think that shit might be over with for Durk, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just looking at what they got already, bro, and this shit that they said they had before, they even picked them up at the airport.
they're preparing to give Durk and his team discovery. Now, the discovery that he's going to be getting is going to be all the information about what they have on Durk. This is going to be very important. It's going to tell Durk's team how to prepare, how to maneuver, and if they could do any, rabbit in a hat tricks to try to get whoever is cooperating to not cooperate, maybe they could do it now. But they got to turn over all the evidence to Durk. And according to the feds, they're saying that they have voluminous amount of information and data. I think they said terabytes of data, and also they have just so much stuff in terms of like investigation and
Terabyte, that sound like they got 4K video, boy. I know them 420p videos, but you gotta have a million of them to be a whole terabyte, boy. They got them boys at 4K and all like
material where they interrogated witnesses. So listen to this real quick. I'll be back in give me a minute.
Hate these ass.
Accused of orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot to kill another rapper in retaliation for his longtime friend's murder, gets another setback in his case. Durk Banks, better known by his stage name Lil Durk, has been behind bars since October, accused of being the mastermind behind a plot to kill Georgia rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Bowman. Quando Rondo, along with his sister and cousin, were ambushed and shot at in Los Angeles, California in August of 2022. While Quando Rondo and his sister survived.
Y'all think that boy Quando finna take the stand? Well, if Quando hit that stand, boy, I don't know. They gonna be like, I remember, boy. That shit over with, boy. Ain't no more songs for that, boy. It's over with.
The attack, his cousin was
career down a train.
Murdered in the hail of gunfire. But that case goes back further than that, as prosecutors say it all stemmed from a 2020 shooting that left another rapper, who was also the close friend and frequent collaborator of Lil Durk, dead. According to Lil Durk's federal indictment, prosecutors say on November 6 of 2020, a man named DB, who was a high-ranking member of Lil Durk's Only the Family, or OTF, and the friend of Lil Durk, got into a fight with another person identified in the indictment as TB. The indictment says an associate of TB pulled out a gun and shot DB multiple times, killing him. Now, the indictment doesn't have the full names of TB or DB, but the circumstances match the November 6, 2020 shooting death of rapper King Von, whose real name is Davon Bennett. And of course, we know Quando Rondo's real name to be Taekwon Bowman. So where does Lil Durk come into play here? Well, federal prosecutors say after King Von's murder, Lil Durk wanted revenge. According to the indictment, Banks made clear in coded language that he would pay a bounty to anyone who took part in killing Quando Rondo for his role in King Von's murder. That all came to a head nearly 2 years later on August 18th of 2022, when Banks, his alleged co-conspirators, and co-defendants tracked down Quando Rondo to Los Angeles. The indictment names Banks' co-defendants as Kevon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryan Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Prosecutors say on August 18th of 2022, after the men learned where Quando Rondo was in LA, at the direction of Lil Durk, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and another co-conspirator traveled from Chicago to Los Angeles to murder Quando Rondo. Meanwhile, Lil Durk and Kevon Grant...
It's over with, bro. I'm telling y'all, they got 4K footage. They talking about terabytes? Yeah, nah, them boys going down, bro.
and traveled on a private jet from Miami to LA.
Quando hitting the stand.
Allegedly to help coordinate the murder. That same day, Banks allegedly texted co-conspirator 3, "Don't book no flights under no names involved
Hashtag free Durk.
with me." But the feds say that same co-conspirator purchased the plane tickets using an OTF credit card. The unnamed co-conspirator 3 also allegedly
That's where you messed up. The credit card, like, bro, was you thinking? I was about to say, what was you thinking? But what was you thinking?
confirmed to DeAndre Wilson through text that Wilson, Jones, and Lindsay had the same airline ticket confirmation. And Wilson messaged a friend on Instagram saying, "On my way to LA." From there, Cavant Grant allegedly purchased 4
Not on the gram.
black ski masks from a sporting goods store, but used cash to pay. But seemingly messed up when he allegedly used another.
All right. Did they give the update on they probably didn't, right? Hold on.
Hearing of these alleged acts.
Attorney and former prosecutor Safa Robinson Ferrer orchestrate something terrible like this, that you might try a little harder to kind of cover your tracks.
They say cash is king. You know, when you use electronics and you use credit cards and things of that nature, you're leaving a paper trail all the time. You know, even when you use social media, you need.
All right, sorry, chat. They was just doing a lot of chatting there. Okay, so this is what the feds are coming with, right? They're saying they have 230 gigabytes and about 20,000 pages of evidence against Durk and his co-defendants. And they're saying that it includes audio and video recordings and witness statements. Okay? Now, it says the government is in process of producing discovery to the defense.
Yeah, them statements, boy. GG.
So this is what Durk is going to get, which includes, among other things, approximately 230 gigabytes of digital evidence, such as audio/video recordings and surveillance footage, and approximately 20,000 pages of reports concerning murder and other violent acts, for photographs, witness statements, and medical documents. So that's what they're going to be providing to Durk and his team. What's going to be interesting, if you ask me, is going to be the digital evidence, not necessarily surveillance, but it's going to probably be, hey, this is an interview we did with confidential informant, this guy or this woman, and those people are implicating you. Those people are saying that they had a conversation with you and you told them you'll pay them $40,000 to kill somebody. That's going to be important. And I think that's where Durk is going to figure out for the first time, yo, these are
Okay, 230 gigabytes of digital evidence. That's more believable right there.
the people who have you dead to
But 20,000 pages of reports?
rights of you being in this murder for hire, right? They're the one who's going to be, eventually when you get to a trial, they're going to be sitting up on a you know, they're going to be testifying and say, no, Durk told me to book the flights for these guys to go kill him, right? So it would, for me, what matters is going to be, it's not going to be the surveillance footage. It's going to be interviews. All these interviews, and also maybe any wiretap info that these guys have on Durk. So we'll see. We'll see. But apparently it's a lot of discovery, which hold on one second. It's a lot of discovery. However, if it's ever a time that he's gonna know who's telling on him, is gonna be now, right? So, for example, if they have wiretap, they have to provide it, right? If they don't turn over these things, what will happen is there's a potential. What we always, and I think we've just talked enough, like, you know, criminal investigatory stuff, is there's a possible Brady violation, which means if you're not turning over. Who knows? Say it's OTF Jam. We're not saying he's a snitch, but
Yeah, he is.
let's say him, right? Say he did an interview and he said, nah, Durk did tell me to go kill blah, blah, blah. But then he said, nah, but he was joking though. He never really meant it. you got to turn over the whole interview. That at least Durk and his team to say, yeah, OTF Jam said I told him to go kill somebody, but then he later said in the same interview, I was joking. So what are you talking about? So again, all of this is going to be really important in them gathering evidence to figure out what.
Why would you even answer a question like that at an interview, bro? If you hear them boy ask you some shit like that, but that's a setup. Talking about, oh, nah, I heard Durk sent you on a hit. Is that true? And they gonna answer it. What? You really sat there and thought about something to really tell them boy, like, yeah, you know what? When Durk sent me on that hit, I was like 17, and then it was that, what's the name? We hated that. So I was like, you know what? I'll do that shit for 5 bands. Durk gave me $500. I did it.
Durk,
All right,
what
bro.
could be proved against Durk in court. And I don't know, man. It's going to be kind of like very iffy. Anyway. Okay. All right. The important thing that I wanted to get to is this FS1.
That boy smiling hard, but hold on now.
Hold on 1 second, chat.
FS1, what that is?
Let me pull up this FS1 Rico.
What's that, for show one?
It's not even a Rico, it's a Freako.
Freako. What it is, 6'9"?
Hold on.
Ain't 6'9".
Oh, I got it. Is it this? Mm-mm. Okay. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit of. I gotta go get Pluto. That nigga's obsessed. Just chilling down the hallway.
With Fargo, your virtual.
Back in the booth. I lost my dogs, I kill if I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash. Broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't have no rule. I will hit a list for real, they get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing back, that spoofer, I got spoofed. They asked about Robert, did a lot of it. We the first young niggas with counterfeits. So my bro, I'ma make it, can't lie to shit. Won't never chat much about a lot of shit.